Hi, my name is Sarah and welcome to another speed build. Today we're getting a bit more gothic-y up in here, and I am building a vampire Realm of Magic inspired build in Forgotten Hollow. So the kind of backstory of this one is I have this character that I made called Anya Custille. I think that's how you say the last name. I don't know. I randomised the name until I found one that sounded a bit vampire-y. But she is really obsessed with magic, witches, vampires. She just moved into Forgotten Hollow and she's hoping to become a vampire. She currently hasn't been turned yet, but she's hoping to do that. She really wants to learn more about vampires and magic and all sorts of occult type stuff. So as you can see, I'm doing this really over the top build with lots of I'm really trying to go in with the architecture here and try and use some of them more lavish over the top type things that come in some of these packs. I did mostly end up using vampires, Realm of Magic, and some of the spooky stuff pack as well. But I kind of was looking at different I looked at a lot of doll houses, like gothic-y, spooky Victorian doll houses. I was also very inspired by films obviously the Addams Family. I was looking at that sort of castle, those sort of homes like the Addams Family, the Dr. Frankenfurter's castle in the Rocky Horror Picture Show, and a lot of Tim Burton films like Nightmare Before Christmas and that sort of thing. And I kind of wanted to go with that gothic-y, spooky vibe. I'm playing around with a lot of the windows just because I'm trying to find ones that kind of fit that vibe. And there's a lot of gargoyles and stuff that come with some of these packs, and just playing around with a lot of these items because I haven't had the chance to do that, because they are very particular items that aren't something that you can use in just an everyday type of build. They're very specific. So I'm just kind of messing around with the windows and some of the wallpapers and stuff. And I think some of the wallpapers that come in the more occult and spooky packs are so beautiful. They're so lavish and remind me a lot of this wallpaper designer from the Victorian era. I can't remember his name. It's William something. If I remember the name, then I'll put it up on screen. But he did a lot of floral designs with wallpaper, and it was just really cool. At the moment, I'm kind of just playing around with the placing of some of the items, particularly the stairs, because I originally wanted to have a right in the middle, big grand staircase, but then it kind of disrupted the upstairs and it was really difficult to work with, so I ended up moving them. And I'm just using so much of the stuff from vampires and Realm of Magic, and I'm using a few things from I don't remember, I think it's stuff like the Luxury Party and Get Famous and that sort of stuff, because it had a lot of the ornate details which I thought really works in this build. I didn't spend too much time on the kitchen just because I didn't really know how to make the kitchen fit this vibe very well. There wasn't a cabinets to go above the counters or anything, which kind of bothered me, so I was like, okay, it looks really empty but I don't really know what to do here. And I'm just playing with these little spaces that are created by the hexagon towers that I put at the front, and I'm playing around now with planning out the living area and the different spaces in this house. I have this cauldron in the corner which I do end up moving upstairs, and I need to take a breath because I'm I need to remember to breathe. But now we kind of work on, oh no, we're still downstairs, putting in some of these statues because I just think they're so cool. And again, these are things that aren't exactly universally used, because they are very particular, but it's really fun to be able to play around with a lot of like the spookier stuff that comes in the Sims packs. We now work on the upstairs. My original plan was to have this massive bedroom before my sim, but it just didn't really work. Like, there's so much space and it just looks so empty no matter what I put in it. Like, I had this whole wall of bookshelves and it just looks super empty. So later on in the build I did end up splitting it up and moving stuff around. I do really like this red carpet though. I think it just adds that air of elegance and opulence. And I wanted to put curtains up over the archways because I didn't think like if you're going to be a vampire you're not going to have them open because sunlight's going to come through and stuff. So I tried to use minimal windows or windows that had like stained glass or something, like the ones in the back. I used a lot of the candle lighting, not much like electrical lighting. Over here. I'm trying to think of more stuff to talk about. But yeah, this is where I started to move stuff around. I moved the bathroom over into that corner. Then the space that was the bathroom ended up being a little kids room, which I actually struggled with to make a kids room that was spooky, because like I was looking at the kids stuff, I was like, how am I going to make this spooky? But then I filtered through the packs, so I was just looking at like stuff from Realm of Magic, vampires, the spooky stuff, and I was like, oh, I can use a lot more of these Halloween decoration type things in this room. I did end up putting that Grim Reaper gnoming just because I thought that would be quite funny. I used a lot of the spooky stuff because it had like that childlike vibe to them, and I thought they fit well in this room. I did eventually get like something quite interesting in that room, but I am bouncing back and forth between the rooms at the moment, and I'm picking out different decorations that I could use. I ended up putting like some of these little lamps and like decorations and like the candy bowl in there, and you got like that little cauldron in the corner. I thought it'd be cute, like the kid just kind of wants to be like their mom with like having the cauldron and being all into spooky stuff. And I finally got an opportunity to use this ghost wallpaper because I've been wanting to use it for ages, but I just never had the right build to use it in. But I figured this would be a good time to actually use it. Now I'm moving back downstairs and adding in the candle lights, because I use these like saucer lights just to add in, just so I could see what I was doing. I'm bouncing back and forth, adding like chairs to the chest table outside, adding some stuff into this like hallway area, a couple more bits in the kids room, just adding little bits of decorations here and there, just so it doesn't look empty. Yeah, I forgot that I needed flooring for the downstairs, but luckily I managed to remember to put that in. In my build where I used a lot of I built the kids room out of my first pet stuff, I forgot to put any sort of wallpaper in, so it was just that ugly like drywall stuff. Yeah, so I forgot about that. And then yeah, I'm just going around putting in some more decorations, last minute bits and dabs, adding some more just adding more stuff around, trying to fill up some of these empty gaps by the walls. And then I moved the house floor because there's so much room in the front garden and it just looked weird. Adding in like a little path, and some of these trees, that like spooky looking trees. It reminds me of that tree from Harry Potter, the one that grabs the car and stuff. It reminded me like that. I thought it'd be cool to add in some columns, just fill up some of this space. I did rotate the dining table, adding like a couple of bits here and there, like cabinets, and then I went back in and removed the saucer lights because they looked weird, and I only added them in just so I could have that lighting source. But then I just wanted to replace them with like the chandeliers with like the candles and such. yeah, and it's just me doing some last minute bits. I did go into debug and add in a little grave at the back. I thought that was very appropriate for this build. Just some and then I added in an urn because I was like, that looks so opulent. Yes, it is an urn, it has ashes in, but it looks so elegant and opulent. I don't think anyone's gonna care that much. I don't know what I'm on about now, and I like scrolling through debug, see what I can find. I did find a vampire tombstone in there, so I thought I'd put that in the back. I ended up using these skeleton things from Jungle Adventure. Jungle Adventure, which I just thought they were really cool. Yeah, I'm just scrolling through debug. I found a couple of like books to do with like magic and vampires, so I thought that would be fun to put in there. I'm just messing around with the placement of them at the moment. Yeah, and that's pretty much the end of the build here, and we're going into the screenshots now. We got like the outside of the house. Luckily, when I went to the game and I was taking the pictures of the outside, it was raining, very gloomy, so it kind of fit the vibe. I really like a lot of the screenshots that I got. The only thing that really puts me off is the fact that you can see the ceiling and it is stark white and it looks super weird with the rest of the build, but unfortunately we can't paint ceilings, which is really annoying. But maybe that's something that they will fix later on in the game, which would be cool. I love his red carpet, and then adding the portrait, that family portrait, and a bunch of other little bits. And I just think this looks so elegant and opulent, and it really fits the vampire vibe, in my opinion. But I am gonna go. I haven't got anything else to say. Let me know if you want to see a let's play with my character Anya in this build, doing like the realm of magic and vampire stuff. And I will just see you in the next video. So bye guys.